across the nation gear up for the unofficial start of summer. One familiar headache is already waiting at the pump: higher gas prices. With Memorial Day weekend travel kicking into high gear, drivers are feeling the squeeze just as they hit the road for getaways, barbecues, and beach trips. Okay, we're going to welcome in our next guest now to talk about getting away this weekend. He is president of SkyRun Vacation Rentals, Cord Thomas. Cord, great to be with you. So as we heard from Christina, you know, people are set to travel at least 50 miles or more from their homes this Memorial Day weekend. Does that surprise you, given the state of our economy right now?
I mean, costs are high, but interest is even higher. I mean, AAA has already reported we're going to have a record again this year for Memorial Day travel at 45 million people hitting the roadways. I think it's just tremendous that people are getting out there.
Yeah, what are you seeing with your business?
So with our business, we're actually seeing a nice uptick. Actually, 64% right now of travel has been increased year over year for domestic travel. Maybe it's because of the 250th anniversary, or people are trying to save $1 or $2, but it's really a great way for people to get out there and enjoy themselves. And we always focus on those costs of those fixed costs, the gas prices, the plane tickets. But we have to look at the full picture here. The full picture is all the other costs associated with vacation travel, what you're doing, where you're going, where you're staying. So take us for example, right? You can actually save money in a vacation rental. And what I mean by that is you don't have to check that extra bag at the airport for $40, right? Because you don't have to pack 10 pairs of clothes. You can just bring 5 because you can do laundry inside of our homes. You don't have to eat out for every single meal. We all know how expensive restaurants are these days. You can cook at home, spend time with your family at least one time a day. It reduces those costs overall and allow Americans to get away.
Yeah, that's a good point. Tell us a little bit more about your business. Is it similar to Airbnb?
It's a little bit different. We actually manage the homes for second homeowners. So we actually manage those vacation homes. We bring the homeowners and the guests together and provide an excellent service for them. We were started over 20 years ago by Steve Falk and Barry Cox. And these guys had a vision. They turned one property into almost 1,700 these days. Two all-American entrepreneurs, never took a dime of Silicon Valley money or any foreign investment. And then they inspired other entrepreneurs through franchising to be in over 50 locations nationwide these days, building this business brick by brick the American way.
So we heard in Christina's package, she talked to gentlemen and said people maybe aren't traveling as far as they used to this Memorial Day weekend. And you have properties all across the country. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, there's a lot of people who will prioritize driving if they can. But flights are still within reach for folks as long as they do things the right way. As I mentioned before, we really want to focus on not just the getting there cost, but the cost once you get there. But it's so important. I mean, the thing to remember is the most valuable thing we have in this world is time, and the only thing we can take with us are those memories.
Absolutely. And I like what you said about when people go to a property such as yours, they can eat at home, they can make those meals together as a family. So that's a good way to kind of save on costs. Any other tips?
Yeah, I mean, just I just want to give some tips to parents real quick, because just remember, if you're traveling with kids like I usually do, they have little legs and they have big hearts.
Aww.
So just a little bit of extra time when you're getting there. I mean, the journey is the most important thing for these folks. It's just getting together, getting out there. You're never going to regret the trip you took, only the one you didn't.
Yeah, that's a really good point to make. And you've been in this business for a long time.
Yeah, over 20 years. So.
Yeah, so have you seen, if you can compare this Memorial Day, say, to last Memorial Day, what are you seeing as far as bookings?
Yeah, we're seeing a ton of domestic bookings. People are no longer looking to go to Europe or get on a cruise ship. People want to go to places within the United States, and we've got a tremendous amount of people coming, but there's still some options out there for folks. There's still great deals to be had.
Yeah. What about, people that are looking for, adventures? Exciting places to go. Any tips there? Yeah,
so I'm not going to go with the AAA top 10, right? I'm going to give you 3 great examples of places people can go. First one, let's head down to the Gulf. A lot of interest in the Gulf right now, specifically Destin, Florida. Destin, so first when you land at VPS Airport, you're not only landing in your commercial airliner, but you actually have the military sharing the same runway with you.
My brother used to be stationed down there, so
awesome.
in the Air Force, so it's beautiful.
It's fantastic. And the beaches are as white as snow. The water's like an emerald, and some of the best deep sea fishing around. And sticking with the same theme of the Gulf, on number 2, let's go to the Lone Star State. I mean, if everything's bigger in Texas, everything is more unique in Galveston, Texas.
Yeah.
Great beach community, fantastic museums, great things to do for families. And if you're looking for that extra getaway where there's no one around, we got to head up to Montana. The place specifically in Montana I'm talking about is Whitefish, Montana. I feel like it was the source material for A River Runs Through with Brad Pitt, the movie. I mean, great fly fishing, avid fly fisherman here, but more importantly, it is one of those places where you're not going to have to pry the screen away from your kids, because everything where they look is more enjoyable than what they're seeing on a screen. You know, and it's next to nothing, but I think that's the point.
Yeah, and as we celebrate America's 250th anniversary this July 4th, why not stay here in the United States, right, 100%. And vacation here?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if people are curious about your business, right, can we still do bookings this summer?
100%, yeah. Head over to skyrun.com and we'll take care of you. We got some great options available at every price point for every American.
All right, Cord, great to be with you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. So
Thanks
Americans still traveling, getting some time in with their family.
Yeah, as they should be.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Cord. Appreciate that.